Welcome to 10-Minute News with your hosts, Noah and James. Brought to you by JSP.
Good morning, Whitby Free Methodist Church. This is 10-Minute News, where we look at news for 10 minutes.
I'm your host, James.
And that's Noah. We got a show packed filled with news for you.
Oh, James, what's the Bible verse of the week?
That's a great question. What is the Bible verse of the week?
This is where you guys, do the thing. Yeah. Sorry, speak. I can hear you.
That was either right or wrong. We have no way of telling. This past week's readings comes from Galatians 6, verse 9. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap the harvest of blessings if we don't give up. Keep in tune for this next week's Bible verse of the week.
This week, we have a new segment called What's That Sound? Where we guess, what's that sound?
It's pretty straightforward.
What's that sound?
Off to it.
This is a new segment we like to call What's That Sound? So here it is. James will have 3 guesses to guess 3 sounds. He has one, what we like to call oopie. If he gets that wrong, even just one, at the end, there'll be a punishment. Stay tuned for that. First up, here's your first sound. Off to you, James.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Noah. All right, I'm ready to guess that sound.
That's good, under 10 seconds. Here's sound number 2.
Okay.
And here's sound number 3, your last sound. Folks at home, try to guess this one too.
This is a tricky one. All right, I think I got it. Find out at the end of the show if James got them right. This is Storytime with James. I'm James, I got a story, and Noah's a fireplace. This story is about Daniel and the lion's den. Now, Daniel was a man devoted to his faith. He prayed 3 times a day. We can all learn something from Daniel. At this time, Daniel was working for the king of Babylon and was a hard worker, dedicated to his job. The king found favor in Daniel, giving him promotions and responsibilities, so he rose above all his colleagues and the other people working in the king's court. This made them very jealous, so they came up with a plan to get rid of Daniel. They went directly to the king, praising him for being such a great king, and told him that they should make a law so for the next 30 days that only the king of Babylon should be worshipped. Daniel was then arrested for worshiping his God because he was devoted to his faith. And the punishment was to be thrown into a lion's den. Now, you're probably thinking, that's it for Daniel. But no, Daniel prayed to his God and was like, protect me from the lions. And that's exactly what happened. The God sent an angel down and shut all the mouths of the lions. And then the next day, the king was very worried about Daniel because the king found favor in him and they had a close relationship. So the king went directly to the lion's den and was like, Daniel, are you okay? And Daniel came out unscathed. And then the king recognized Daniel's faith in his God. So now the law was changed so that Daniel's God was to be worshipped. That was Storytime with James. I'm James. I got a story. And Noah was a fireplace. See you next time.
Here we are at the end of the show, and this is where we get to figure out what's that sound. Here was our first sound. All right, James, remember, before we reveal these answers, if you even get one wrong, one oopsie, you get pie in the face. Oh! All right, what's your first sound?
So for my first guess, I guessed squirrel.
No! That was a magpie. If you don't know what that is, it's a bird. So, this wasn't rigged at all. Here's our second sound. All right, James, what did you have for that one?
I wrote garbage truck.
You got it right! Let's go!
Very familiar with that.
Did you guys get that one? Who knows, because we can't hear you. All right, here is our third sound. What do you suppose that is, my good friend?
Well, that was tricky, but I guessed sink.
Nope.
Like a tap.
That was a platypus.
It was a...
Yep, they make noises, apparently. All right, folks, let us know if you were able to guess those sounds. And hey, if you guys got one wrong, you gotta do the pie. All right,
Guess I'll go get pied.
off to it.
Guess this is a little bit of pie vengeance.
Should have known the sounds. All right, this is what happens when you don't learn what every animal makes. Get that head down. Get pied! Let's go! I got pied. See you next time.
Thanks for watching. That was 10-Minute News, where we look at news for 10 minutes. I've been James, and that's been Noah. Noah, what's this next week's Bible verse of the week?
It is Isaiah 25, verse 1. Remember this one, guys. I don't know what version it is, so maybe just the NLT.
Yep, it is.
O Lord, I will honor you and praise your name. For you are my God. You do such wonderful things. You planned them long ago, and now you have accomplished them. All right, guys, make sure you remember that for next week, because we will test you. Alrighty, would you like to close us off with a word of prayer?
I would love to.
All right.
All right, you know. Bow that noggin. We thank you for the kids, Lord, and we thank you for this time where we can come and worship you. We pray for schools during these times, and we pray for the students. We pray for your will to be done, just like Daniel in the lion's den.
Amen.
Thanks for watching.
That was 10-Minute News, where we look at news for 10 minutes.
See you next week.
And that was 10-Minute News. Thanks for watching.